Hey everyone, it's Upstar. Today I'm playing on Minecraft Alpha. This is my first time properly trying out Alpha Minecraft, and I thought we'd do a little bit of an old school video on my very old school channel. So yeah, I thought a bit of alpha gameplay on the channel would fit pretty well. So let's make a new world and see how this goes. Ooh, pretty sunset or sunrise. Oops, I do not know how to tell time apparently. Anyways, so we're on version 1.2.6 alpha, but of course things look a little bit different if you are familiar with these older versions. We have the neon grass, which is actually not a thing in this version of alpha. They removed it. So in this version, it's actually, the dual grass that we have in like the beta versions. It's not neon. It's just dual normal looking grass. But when I think of whoa, that is very dangerous. Okay. When I think of alpha, I always think of neon grass. And I really wanted to play on the latest version of alpha, which is 1.2.6 because I heard it's the most stable. So of course for, doing a recording, I wanted to play on the more stable version. At least as stable as alpha gets. Because let me tell you, I had some major issues with performance and trying to record this beforehand, but yeah, I had to use a whole different way of recording to actually do this, so yay! Thanks, Alpha Minecraft, you're so stable! Anyways, yeah, so anyway, I wanted to play with the old grass because, it's a classic. I have never done like a playthrough with this old grass and I really like it. It makes me think of Alpha Minecraft, so I feel like it just makes sense. This is a mod. I'll link the mod in the description in case you guys want to check it out. And yeah, so we're gonna try to find a little body of water to settle down near because I really like living next to water. Maybe we shouldn't wander too far from spawn though because I feel like that would be a bad idea. But this place looks kind of interesting. This little valley, right? I always tend to live near mountains, so maybe I'll do the same. I don't know. I don't know what type of house I want to make. I might make a mountain house, actually. I kind of am feeling like making some sort of mountain cave home, a little dwelling for myself inside a mountain. Because honestly, when I was younger, I would always make mountain houses. They would be my favorite type of houses to make in Minecraft. And I kind of stopped after a while, like I didn't make them as often because I kept noticing that I just constantly made mountain houses and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna actually try to branch out a little bit and make some different types of houses. So then I started to make square houses and stuff. Not the most interesting houses in the world, but it was a bit more interesting. Ooh, there's a beach. Ooh, So yeah, I just kind of stopped making mountain houses after a certain point because I was like, I need to do something different. But I feel like it's been long enough where I feel like I should just make mountain houses again. We'll see. We'll see. What do I feel like being inspired by? um, there is another type of house that I really wanted to build, which is kind of like it would be made of stone, so it might be a bit hard to make right now. But I wanted to make like a house that goes in, that you can have like a little in. I don't know how to describe it, but basically like you make the house and then there's like a floor that goes down, right? So you can I don't know, that probably doesn't make any sense, but you know what? I don't know. That's probably going to be really hard to make. I'd have to make it out of cobblestone. And you know how we can get a lot of cobblestone? By making a mountain house. So we're going to go do that. And maybe I'll just make a new house later. And it can be, well, I don't know if it'll be a house, but it can be used for something else. But one thing I'm kind of worried about is the bed situation. Oh, I need to fix my keybinds lips. E. There we go. So let's see if beds exist. I do not know if they do. Please? No! Oh my god, they don't! They do not! Oh no, that is really not good. Okay, so we cannot sleep. That is gonna be Minecraft on freaking hard mode. Like, dude, imagine playing Minecraft without sleeping. Well, hey, at least there's no phantoms. That is a pretty big plus. So, yeah, I want to keep looking. I don't feel particularly inspired by this area. But the thing is, okay, we're really gonna have to be careful. Oh, what's this? That looks cool. Because we do not want to get caught in the frickin' open here with, like, nothing. So I'm actually gonna make an axe, and I'm gonna grab some more wood, because wood is gonna be super important while we're inside. We're gonna be pretty much stuck inside. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so tough. I don't know how people used to play like this, but we're gonna learn. I'm honestly not very good at Minecraft, like the older versions. I'm not very good at them. I tend to die a lot. And you know what? I have a feeling we're gonna die a lot in this version. So, but yeah, I don't know if I mentioned why I wanted to do this, really, besides just, you know, playing for the sake of, I don't know, Alpha Minecraft, for the sake of Alpha Minecraft. But like, the thing is, I love old school Minecraft Let's Plays. They're one of my favorite things in the world, and I wanted to make my own in like a really old version of the game. This is the oldest version of Minecraft that I've ever recorded. I have a beta Let's Play that I have as a members exclusive Let's Play, and I don't post on it too often because I like to focus on, of course, my public content that all of you guys can enjoy. But I really wanted to make an older version of Minecraft video where I play in like an older version that everyone can watch, and we can just have fun in the truest old school fashion of Minecraft. And I mean, my channel is very old school, I would say, still in some ways. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I like this area. Is there like a little pond here? I want a little pond. Yes! Pond! Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna live here. This is where I will make my base. You see it? Nice flat wall where we can carve out a little doorway. Mm-hmm. And we already have a little bit of an opening here, so we can just plop our crafting table right there. It's perfect. It's like almost a ready-made apartment or something. Okay. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to make this. I don't know if I'll make it like a Let's Play or something, but I wanted to just play for a bit, and feel free to, you know, watch, join along, do whatever you want, relax, and let's play some alpha. Let's play some alpha Minecraft. My first time! This feels like a whole different game in a way. I feel like every Minecraft major, like, early release, and, like, modern Minecraft, of course, is so different. I feel like early release is so different. And then you have the betas. Beta feels very different. And then we have the alphas, which feels, of course, a little similar, but like, dude, the grass, this neon world that we used to have back then, that's what defined alpha for me. And that's why I really wanted to try it out, because I feel like this whole look of the game is so vastly different than what we have now. So, oh wait, I need to fix my crouch key. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, so this makes the game feel like a whole other game. It feels so incredibly retro, and I mean, the green is a bit of an eyesore, but it's like, it's charming as well, so I really like it. Also, that pickaxe ran out very quickly. I was expecting that to last a bit more, but you know what? It's just a flimsy little wooden pickaxe. Okay, so before we continue mining, because we can definitely do that when we're... Ooh, we need to get coal. I forgot about that, because then you can't see. Oh my god, hold on. I think I saw some in the mountain over here. We gotta grab that real quick before the sun sets. Oh gosh. Oh no, I am not prepared. You are not prepared. Where was that coal? Please. Oh, I see some. I see some. Okay, it's kind of a bit far. Shoot. Shoot. Don't fall. I don't have any food. Oh gosh. What have I done? We need to get to that coal. Okay. Do not panic. Do not panic. We'll get it. We're gonna just quickly grab the coal. Walk very swiftly. Brisk walk. Brisk walk! Okay, what is this over here? I hope it's not a cave, actually. Ah, ah, so scared. Oh my gosh. Oh, please. Don't do this to me. I need the coal. I really need the coal. Oh, there's some right there. Okay, it's fine. We'll just get this. I'm really nervous. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Okay. We're gonna do this. Yes. Coal. Oh no. Oh no. The lighting change is very quick. Can I grab that coal? Do you think I can? You know what? It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Oops. Don't know what I pressed just there. I think that was the F3 screen. Okay, yeah, we can totally grab this real quick because I think the mobs will not spawn for another minute or so, hopefully. Okay, maybe don't get too greedy, you know? We don't want to. Oh! Oh! There was some right next to me. Are you freaking kidding me? I was literally neighbors with the coal. And I didn't even see it. Okay. Boop. Let's light this place up and we can make this nice and pretty. I should probably just put some around the base so that nothing spawns too close to me. Those green creepers and stuff probably really blend in with the grass. That is, oh my gosh, intentional game design. Well, except creepers were not intentional game design at all. Do you guys know about the origin of the creeper? I'm sure a lot of you do. It's kind of like a classic story that everyone in Minecraft knows, in the Minecraft community. But if you don't know, it's pretty interesting actually. The creeper was born from a mistake. The creeper was a mistake, literally. So basically, in the earliest days of Minecraft development, they were trying to make the pig, and they kind of messed it up a little bit. So the pig ended up looking a little bit more like the creeper, like it had the creeper shape or something. And then they were like, you know what? We can actually make this into something. We can work with this. And then they decided to make the creeper. I don't know how the pig led to the creeper. Something was going on in the Mojang office back then that I just do not understand. But alas, with pig we got creeper. So pigs are technically creepers are descendants of pigs, which is a little bit weird to think about. They're like related in the Minecraft evolutionary animal tree. I don't know what the term is. The evolutionary timeline. I hear something walking and I'm really scared. Okay. I don't really know how to play this efficiently. I'm a bit scared. But I think we're gonna be safe in this little hole. So we're just gonna mine. We're just gonna dig out a nice little space for us. And I really want to make some smooth stone because I think I'm gonna just stick with the kind of the smooth stone walls look. So it kind of feels like a proper cave sort of thing. So we're just gonna cook this. We will cook it while we work. And oh shoot, I'm gonna have to make a couple pickaxes probably. So hopefully this wood lasts us until the morning. I'm probably just gonna make 2 pickaxes. Oh shoot, I don't have enough. Dang it. But yeah, so anyways, this is gonna be very, very interesting. I'm gonna have to pretty much learn how to play this game, but like in a backwards way, because I need to know what doesn't exist. Which is so weird. That's such a weird way to play a game. It's like kind of reverse engineering your own knowledge of it. It's really bizarre. Like I had to do that with beta. I had to learn that like you couldn't breed animals and you couldn't do this or that. And I was like losing my mind a little bit because it was a bit confusing. But slowly you figure it out and you kind of understand how it works. But yeah, I don't really like to look up tutorials or anything when I play games. At least if I can manage. Sometimes I do. But only if they're extremely confusing. Ooh, a spider. Don't like that. Get away. So it just kind of tends to be a bit of a slow learning experience, but I think that's what makes it kind of nice. So, what was I gonna make? I forgot. You know what we can also do? We can also smelt some sand and place some windows. But let's dig this out so we can just... But yeah, actually that was one of the things that I really missed from beta and well, of course alpha, because it's not here either, is animal breeding, because I feel like that really added a lot to the game, at least for me. I really enjoyed, you know, farming the animals and stuff. So it's something that I wish we had. And another thing that's interesting about the older versions of Minecraft, and this is obviously kind of one of the things that most people would say a zombie just got hurt. One of the things that kind of... Oh! He's close to me. One of the things that kind of defines this version of the game is that there is no, like, objective to it. Like, you really are just thrown into this world where you don't have anything you have to do. You just kind of do whatever. And I think a lot of people in later versions of Minecraft, they always follow the same progression, which is, you know, there's like a certain way that you have to play the game, like, not actually, but because we have progression in later versions of the game where we have the Ender Dragon, we have like an actual final conclusion to the end, at least in terms of like, well, obviously not, you know what I mean, right? Like not like the game ends, but there is an objective that you can do, like, and then you can basically quit if you want. So in this version we don't have that, so people really just have to change the whole way they kind of think about playing, and it kind of becomes this whole other, like, you have to really switch your mindset when you play the older versions of Minecraft before release, because there is no objective, there is no Ender Dragon, there's no enchanting, there's no potion making, you can't go to, like, you don't have the steps you need to complete the game because there is no end, there is no completion. So there's no way to beat Minecraft, and that means that there's also no progression system. There's no, like, gameplay loop that you can do over and over again in every world and kind of end up in the same place, which would be like to, you know, kill the Ender Dragon. So you really have to think about Minecraft in like a whole new way. And honestly, that's something that I kind of struggle with sometimes because, like, honestly, I love playing modern Minecraft a lot, but I also really love the older versions of Minecraft. And I've had a few beta worlds in the past, like before, like years and years ago when I was, you know, much younger. And I never really stuck in those worlds very long because I really just struggled to know like where to go at a certain point, because you have like you're used to the way that you progress in like later versions of the game. You gear up, you make a nice base, and then you maybe build a few farms or something, you maybe make a monster farm or something, and then get diamonds, go to the nether, make your base cooler. But like, there's nothing to do after that that really is part of a progression, so you just kind of sit there wondering like what is next. And then I just kind of I stopped playing after a certain point. I never really got that far in these like older versions of Minecraft because it's really hard to play them sometimes, especially if you don't really have that much time. One thing that a lot of people say about older versions of Minecraft, the alphas and betas. Oh, hi, Mr. Zombie! No soliciting, jerk. Huh? Get out of here. No soliciting. How do I open my door? Oh, that's how. Oh, shoot! Oh, no, no, no! Oh. Oops. Oopsie whoopsies. I wasn't expecting to get freaking two shot or ganged up by two zombies. Okay, hopefully I know where to go. I mean, it was in that valley, so I think we'll definitely find it. And luckily the sun is coming up. Why did I even open the door? I could have just let them burn. I don't know, I was just so curious. Anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, like it's very hard to play this game. And I end up just kind of quitting after a certain point in most of my worlds. The longest old Minecraft world that I've had is in my beta let's play. And it's actually I think it's only because I actually have a couple mods in there. I have more creeps and weirdos and mo creatures now. So it gives me a bit more to do. And I have a lot more objectives now just with those two mods. But like just the actual base game, you really have to think outside the box and figure out what you want to do, And that's something that I really try to kind of, talk about in my videos, is because I feel like so many players, they kind of play with that sort of like mentality where they just kind of go through the objective goals of the game, and then they kind of run out of things to do after a certain point, because what do you do after you get diamonds or make a cool base, or what the heck, are you kidding me? Or, get full diamond gear and go to the nether and stuff like that. It's like, what's next for me? And there's no quest book, there's no guidebook, there's no list of things to do. You have to really just figure that out for yourself and be intrinsically motivated to play. And really just, I feel like this game, it makes you kind of play in a way where you're sitting in like a little sandbox, like an actual sandbox you would play at. What the heck are these stairs? Why do they look like that? You have to kind of imagine yourself like you're actually in a sandbox, like a real sandbox that you would have in a playground. And just sit there and make sandcastles and like figure out what you want to do. Because there is no goal, there's no objective. Sandbox is pretty much like a game that you have nothing to do in until you actually create those things to do. And that's pretty hard to do, honestly. It's a pretty difficult task because games typically are about completing objectives. When I play Overwatch, there is a very clear objective of what I need to do to win. There is a win or a lose situation in that game. When you're playing like any sort of RPG, there's also like a story to go through, or anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. Like there's just always something that you could do, but in Minecraft that doesn't really exist. So you have to make up your own little guidebook and quest book of things that you want to complete and do and build, and it can be really, really hard sometimes. And that's something that I've always really wanted to figure out, especially for like the older versions of Minecraft, because I think in modern Minecraft it's a lot easier because there is a lot more things you can do with just the game mechanics. There's so many mobs and like actual mechanics. There's the redstone and like exploration and all these sorts of things you can do and create and just play around with. But here it's very bare bones. And another thing about that is it's very, very... Hold on, let me make some tools. It's a very grindy experience as well. So it's like... Hold on, like, I cannot freaking multitask here. Yeah, so when I play these older versions, I want to do certain things. Sometimes I really have this cool build idea, but to do it, it would take so much grinding and time. And that is something that nowadays is very hard to give up, is your time, because I have so many other things that I need to do, and so many other things that I want to do that I already don't get enough time to do. So like actually dedicating time to play this game. Do leaves not decay in this version? Seriously! That's not good. Oh my god, they actually don't. What the heck? Are you serious? That is horrible. What the heck were they thinking? Anyways, Yeah, that's also another major struggle for me with this game, is just finding the time to grind it out. And some people really enjoy the grind, you know, mining for hours and hours and hours to get certain materials, cutting down a shit ton of trees, or getting whatever you need to do your thing. It takes so much time. You have to walk around all slow. You don't got any fast tools. You just have, like, the best is a diamond pickaxe unenchanted. So, like, imagine trying to actually gather materials for, like, huge builds or something in this version. I mean, it must be really difficult. And I mean, yeah, it very much is. I've never even attempted to do any sort of mega build in this game, because, or in this versions, because it's just so freaking hard and time consuming, and there's just no way that I would have the patience for that. But some people do, and I think that's why some people really like the older versions. But of course I like them too, but I just don't play them regularly because I don't have the freaking patience for it. Um, but there's just something about these versions that, despite all that, despite how difficult it is to play it sometimes, I seriously always think about these versions, and like coming back to them is something that I do very often. It's like I play mostly in modern Minecraft, but I just love the older versions, and there's something so incredibly captivating about them that I absolutely love and that I always want to return to, even if it's just for a little bit. And I don't know, it feels so familiar in a way. This kind of reminds me of when I was playing Pocket Edition, because those were very, 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 very early versions of the game back then on Pocket Edition. It looked pretty much like this, except the grass was a bit darker, but still very vibrant, I remember. It was a very weird looking grass. But yeah, I don't know, it's just something about these versions that I always like to play on. Even if I don't really do that much. I never really do that much, because doing anything in this version requires so much time and patience, honestly, so much playtime. And yeah, sometimes I just play these older versions and I feel like I get nothing done. I feel like all I do is like chop some trees and like farm or do some stupid stuff like that doesn't really, like, I don't have anything to show for it after like half an hour of playing, you know what I mean? Because it's so hard to do anything. Um, but in a way, that's why I like these versions as well, is because it really forces you to slow down and really just appreciate every moment that you're playing on this game. And I don't know, that's something that I really try to also kind of, you know, think about when I'm playing modern Minecraft too, is to really try to intentionally slow down sometimes, because I really feel like it helps you enjoy the game a bit more sometimes. Um, you know, just not trying to uh, over optimize things and play super efficiently. That really helps me, at least feel like I can just kind of breathe and relax, and I don't have to do everything all at once and get it done right away. I can just kind of, you know, chill for a bit and just do something slow. And, you know, I might not have anything to show for it, but that's not what you need to do in this game, right? You don't have to have something built every time you play. You don't have to have something new and cool to show for yourself after a play session or after, you know, an episode of a Let's Play or something. You can just do stuff and look around your world and just take things slow and kind of just appreciate the world and whatever is going on with it. Like all these freaking pigs. So cute. I'm sorry, I don't want to kill you guys, but you're so adorable. That's not why I'm killing you. I'm killing you because I need food. That was wordly ported. Wordly poured. Poorly worded. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's the second time I've accidentally said that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, I hope what I'm trying to say makes sense. But yeah, that's what I like about going back to Minecraft the older versions of the game is that it just is so incredibly slow. It forces you to be slow. There is no option to do things quickly. You can't even go and switch to creative mode if you felt like it. Nope, you have to really do things 100%, like by yourself, legit. And in a way, I feel like that makes everything feel a lot more accomplishing. Like, small projects that you finish require so much more effort than they would if you were trying to do the exact same thing in an older or in a newer version. And I feel like that's another thing that I like about this game, this version, is that everything feels more significant when you actually do it. Because it's like, it requires so much more effort. Just making this little staircase requires me to get wood, logs, which means I have to go walk and cut down trees with a stone axe, which is like way harder than like running to the nearby wood farm and chopping down trees with enchanted diamond axe. And not only enchanted diamond axe, but on my main world, I usually play with a tree cutter mod. Yeah, so you can't do that here. I mean, you probably could install a mod. We're not installing mods. Besides the grass mod. I like the grass mod. But yeah. So, this is a pretty nice little house, I think. It definitely needs some wood. That is definitely something that we're missing here. I need to put some wood down because it feels very cold right now. It feels very cold. Oh, I wonder if you can make charcoal. I kind of doubt it, honestly. But that would be really handy. So I'm just gonna make this into a wood floor here in this lower level. And we can make... Oh shoot, we need to fix that very quickly. Ah! Oh no, why did my flowers die? Why did you guys die? Let me place some torches. Why? Why are you doing that? Stop that. No. Don't do that. Why are they breaking? I don't understand. Anyways. Yeah, we're gonna make this house look a little bit nicer. But let's see. Oh, that's a pork chop. Speaking of pork chop, I should probably cook that. I'm just gonna use some planks. Because, oh my god, cooking food in this game. I keep saying game as if it's a different game. I mean, it does feel kind of like a different game, but at the same time, it doesn't. It's a very weird... I don't know how to freaking explain this version of the game, honestly. It's just so different, yet kind of not at the same time. I don't know. To me, I feel like the older versions of the game is still very fundamentally like similar. Obviously, it's the same game, but some people feel like it's a completely different game, and like I totally get why, but at the same time, I don't know. To me, it still feels like the same game. I still see it as the same game. Just a different version. Literally, it's just a different version. Anyways. I guess we can keep expanding this place. I probably should make like maybe a second floor, and I want to make like a mine shaft. But I think it's gonna be it for today. Let me know if you would like to see me play a bit more alpha Minecraft. I don't know if I'm gonna make this into a series or not, but I thought I would just, play a little bit with you guys and relax. This is a very relaxing version to me, so yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, so let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoy playing on older versions as well, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all next time.